Hello, hello. Make sure my sound is up. Volume is up. Yep. Let me make sure it's up on the phone. Yep, good to go. Oh, why I look like I'm... Hello, hello, hello. Oops. Hello, hello. Happy Freedom Friday. Hola. Stuck together. Y'all don't need to be seeing all that. That flesh. I didn't print it on. Oh well. Look over here. Hello, hello. What do I do? Oh, that's nice. How did I do that? I don't need that. Hello. Hello. Let me know who's here in the comments so I could see. I can't even see them up here. Okay. Hopefully I can see the comments on the phone. I like that. Hello, hello, hey niece, how are you? Are you prepared to pop on tonight? I have to do it from, you have to come on from my personal page because my computer, I don't know how to bring people on my computer. I don't see the option to be able to do that. I have no idea where to do that on my computer. I'm trying to figure it out. Let me see. I have no idea. And I didn't want to do a room and mess nothing up. How you doing, niece? How you feeling? I think I saw a post where you weren't feeling too well or you hurt your back or something. I hope everything is better. I know you're still beautiful, so. We're gonna get started in a few minutes. I can't see who is all. Let me know who's on here in the comments. And if you are willing to be brought on camera or video, Say I'm willing. Type I'm willing in the comments so I know who I can request to come on. I can go back and bring them on. I don't want to do tonight's show by myself. I want y'all to come in and be interactive with me because I want to hear what other people are doing with their... Girl, you better take that bonnet off. Oh, barely walking. Oh Lord, no, we're gonna rebuke that spirit. Hey Nick, we're gonna get started in a few minutes. I want y'all to come on camera, so I'm gonna be bringing different people on. You don't have to be on for the whole show. But I want to bring people on for a little bit just to share how you're going into this new year. And I don't want that, oh niece, you barely walking. You got to be careful. Oh Jesus. But I want people to share, you know, how they're going into their new year. And it doesn't have to be a bad thing. With the old and with the new doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. A lot of people had a wonderful year in 2022. So some people are taking some good things with them that they've picked up along the way, that they've learned in 2022. They're taking it into 2023. A lot of people had a rough year. I, for one, had a better year of 2022, but I have no complaints. So I just want this to be interactive. I want you to share with people. I don't want to be the only one sharing. So I want y'all to come on. I'm gonna start with my niece. Niece, you gonna come on with the bonnet? I don't care, as long as your husband all right with it. Cool. Nick, you gonna come on? Woohoo! Good. I'm writing you down, girl. What about my niece? She said she in there with her PJs and her bonnet on. You gonna come on with that bonnet? You gonna take that bonnet into 2020, into 2023? I think I got to order me a bonnet because my hairdresser told me I need to be sleeping with a silk bonnet, y'all. I just can't do it. Okay, you coming on? Okay, I got you first, niece. So we got 3 more minutes. I normally start about 8:10 to kind of give everybody time to know that we're on here. So I have some questions I'm going to be asking you all. And it's nothing deep. It's nothing deep. I know y'all know how to do it. Hey, Cookie. Yanita, how you doing? Thank you for popping on, girl. I'm writing your name down. I'm gonna bring you on video. You number 3, Yanita. I hope you ready. I'm so thankful for you all popping on tonight as we get ready for this new year. For this new year, I am excited. My days, months, and years hit a little different now. Nick said, take it on in with that bonnet. I don't know. Nick, you can't find a bonnet for all that hair you got. Your bonnet gonna be like this. You gonna need one of them Jamaican, they had them dreads bonnets. Now, I appreciate y'all for joining me tonight. I got some more people. I hope they pop on. What are y'all doing for the new year? I don't even know how to bring that many people on. I wish I could bring more than one person on at a time. But I don't know how to do that. I don't want to mess nothing up. I didn't want to do a room where I had all these people because the rooms was messing up when I was doing them last year. So I didn't really want to do that. So we're going to get started, girl. All this hair on my head. I know, because you like it short. I know you'll cut your hair in a heartbeat. So I'm surprised you haven't cut it yet. It's beautiful, though. It's beautiful. I'm trying to get mine to grow. I'm trying. I'm getting there. Got to go bald again. Cut it all off. I like the blonde, but whew, it's a lot of work. I got my braided back. Y'all don't need... That's you, niece. That is you. I can't see who is on. I have my Facebook page. I have my PC Ministries Facebook page on my computer. And I have, hey Felicia, I got you down. You number 4. I'm bringing you on, honey. So don't be running from the camera when you see that request to come on. Felicia, one of them, I just do it and I hang in the background. I don't need no attention type people. She gonna be on here tonight. She's a wealth of wisdom. And I can't wait to hear what you all are bringing into the new year. But we're gonna go ahead and get started. It is 8:10. I know I don't have gray, y'all. I don't have any gray. Like I got like a few little strands, but I am not gray like patches or anything like that. So gray hair is beautiful. It is beautiful. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get started. I want to thank you all for tuning in to PC Ministries, where we do it what you feel from the inside out. As you notice, I am on Fridays now. Back a few years ago when I was doing Woman to Woman, I was doing Freedom Fridays. And then I kind of went to PC Ministries, where I was kind of doing stuff throughout the week, doing chemo as God saw fit. And I went to Thursday Night Live, which was a great success. I loved it. I enjoyed it. But hold on, y'all. But I'm being led to go back to Freedom Fridays for this upcoming year. So this is our first Freedom Friday as we end 2022 and going into 2023. We're going to be on Freedom Fridays, where we deal with what you feel from the inside out, because we're going to walk in our freedom in 2023. We're not going to be bound. We're not going to be struggling with certain things. We're going to do the work that we need to do to be free in 2023. So we are doing Freedom Fridays. Thursday Night Live is now Freedom Fridays every Friday beginning tonight. So with that being said, I want to thank you all for tuning in, where we deal with what you feel from the inside out. Tonight, I want to be interactive. I don't have a script. I don't have any notes, all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to, a lot of y'all saw my flyer. How are you stepping into 2023? And like I said earlier, before we got live, I didn't want how are you stepping into 2023 to be a negative thing, because some people had an awesome year. So they're going to take some great things that they learned and did in 2022 into 2023. Some people didn't have a good year. They had a lot of stuff going on, that trials, tribulations, ups and downs, that they may not want to take into 2023. They may have had a breakup, relationship, friends, what have you. They may not want to take that into 2023. So as y'all saw on my flyer, those boxes behind me, some of the things that just through my mentorship and the people that, because y'all know I'm a transformation coach, some of the people that I coach, some of those topics are from some of the coaching. Hey, Rashida, you gonna come on camera tonight? I'm writing you down, girl. I'm writing y'all down as y'all pop on. I'm bringing y'all on camera. Some of those boxes in the flyer were just some of the issues and things that were holding us down, keeping us in bondage and holding us strong. Come on, Miss Rashida. So a lot of us are dealing with laziness. We were dealing with trauma, from years ago. Negativity. Some of us had really bad negative attitudes. Some of us are dealing with hatred. I know I, for one, was dealing with fear with everything that I've gone through. And I'm decreeing and declaring that I am not taking fear into the new year. Hey, Nicole, do you want to come on tonight? Come on the screen. I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm bringing y'all on. But I, for one, I operated ever since being diagnosed with breast cancer, and I'm in remission. Every little thing, every little headache, every little bone, every little ache or whatever, it could just be normal stuff. I'm just like, is it coming back? Is it this? Is it this? Is this? And I'm like, Lord, I can't live like this. Like, I cannot go on. The quality of my life is not going to be good with me living in this fear like this. So one of the things that I am purposing in my mind and my heart not to take into 2023 is fear. And God said in his word in Timothy that he has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. So that's one of the things that I'm not going to take into 2023. A lot of people were dealing with bitterness, hurt, mediocrity, procrastination, backbiting, talking about people being fake, excuses. So those are just some of the things, jealousy and envy. So those are just some of the things that I put on the flyer just to kind of give us an idea of the stuff that we don't want to take into 2023. So if you're dealing with procrastination and excuses and laziness and trauma and envy and negativity, jealousy and hatred, hurt and bitterness and all that stuff, we're not taking that into 2023. Okay? Come on and agree with, okay, Nicole, agree with me. We're not taking that into 2023. Hey, Kira, do you want to come on the video tonight? Let me know. We're not taking that into 2023. So, and it's not, if that's something that you dealt with in 2022, I understand things cause us to react in a certain way or behave in a certain way or certain things. Some of the behaviors that we did and responses that we had in 2023 may have been justified and they may have been reactive responses. But if it wasn't pleasing to God, or if it wasn't a healthy response, or if it's dealing with unforgiveness, and we're not taking that. We're going to do our best not to take that into 2023. We're not doing that. I'm going to give you a few scriptures and then I want to start bringing people on. This new year, new me means we are recreating and reinventing. That's all we're doing. We ain't turning our back on people or things like that. And like the expression, they say is out with the old, in with the new. That refers to moving on and making changes, replacing some old things for some new things. That's all. It got nothing to do with nobody else. It's all about you and me and self. This is what we're focusing on this year. I got a shirt. Y'all check out my talking tees. Got a shirt that says focusing on me. And that's not a bad thing. And there's no apologies. Sorry, not sorry. I got a shirt that says sorry, not sorry as well. That's what we're doing. No apologies. I am not apologetic for focusing on Paula. I'm not. And we don't owe anybody an apology for it. Leaving it all in 2022, leaving it all behind, doesn't mean that you forget everything you've been through or that you're throwing away any identities or your ties. It simply means that you're choosing you. You're making the changes that you feel are necessary to make you better in 2023. Whatever that is. If it's finances, if it's going to the gym, if it's changing the way you eat, if it's changing your attitude, if it's, getting rid of unforgiveness, if you're leaving, we're going to leave regret. Shoulda, coulda, woulda don't help anybody. And if you didn't do it in 2022, we're going to do it in 2023. So we're just not going to waddle in regret of what we didn't do. We're going to pick ourselves up. We're going to figure out why we didn't get it done. And we're going to add it. We're going to add it and we're going to work towards it for 2023. We're going to put it on our vision board. And I got something for that in a minute. Nicole said, do you believe it's better to cut off or try resolving the issue you have with the person? Nicole, that's a hard thing. If you have given the relationship, whether it's a friendship with a female or male, or however the relationship is, if you've given it the chances that you want to give it, and you don't see change, or it's no longer serving you, or it's one-sided, cut it off. If you've already tried, I was in a relationship, a friendship, to where, like I said on one of my lives before, my unforgiveness, where it was just always one-sided. It was like my needs in the friendship were never really met, and I had to make sure I didn't have unfair expectations, and I also had to make sure that my expectations were communicated. So I had to make sure they knew what my expectations in the relationship, the friendship was. And I wanted to make sure I had a fair state. And when I did that, I gave the relationship another chance because I wanted to make sure I was fair in how I was feeling and made sure they had the opportunity to reciprocate, the friendship. And it just, they proved to me by their actions. Once I voiced what I needed to voice, my concerns and my hurt and all that, we talked about it. And they just, whether they had the capacity to change or whether they couldn't, I don't know. But after a while, I did give it some time. I just cut it because it wasn't serving me. It was one-sided. And I was always left, on the short end of the stick. And I no longer wanted to be on the short end of the stick. And that was that. So I believe it's better to cut it off if they're not hearing you, if they refuse to hear you. Yeah, you can cut it. And and understand too, relationships, not marriages, relationships, friendships, and all of that. Believe in the fork in the road. Sometimes relationships come to a fork in the road to where one friend go one way and another friend go another way. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes we outgrow each other, and that's not bad. Neither way. People outgrow us. So just like we can outgrow somebody, they can outgrow us. And needs and life and all that, sometimes it changes. So sometimes when you feel like the relationship is kind of stagnant, it could be that you're at a fork in the road and you're just going different ways. So just understand that as well. Hey, Olivia, do you want to come on tonight and share with us how you're stepping into 2023? I'm putting your name on the list. Don't y'all be running. So with that being said, I'm going to bring my niece on. Hey, Tasha. Tasha, get ready to come on. I'm going to bring y'all on. I wish I could bring you all on together, but I'm going to have to bring everybody on one at a time. So I'm going to bring my niece on. Again, we're talking about how we're stepping into 2023. I'm going to bring my niece T on here. Let me go back and find her name. Hold on. Nick, you get ready because you next, honey. T, I just sent you the on. I am so glad you all are coming on. Somebody said I was trying. Oh, no, honey. You can't sneak past me, Livia. Am I saying your name right? Because y'all know I catch a whole... There she goes. She took that bonnet off.
Hey, y'all ain't gonna...
I can't hear you.
Said y'all ain't gonna catch me sleeping. You hear me?
Hold on. Turn your phone up. I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
No, you're very, very low.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Can y'all hear her okay? If so, just say it in my if you can hear her okay, put in the comments that you can hear her.
Can you hear me?
But I can barely hear you though, but I'm gonna listen real close.
Wow, what is going on?
But I wanted to hear, so I'm glad you're feeling better. You got to be careful right there falling and stuff.
Well, I had this right knee needs to be replaced. So it gave out on me on my way to the car last week. So I got an appointment on the 9th for my orthopedic. So I'm going to go ahead with the replacement.
Okay. So I think they're saying that y'all can hear her. Y'all can hear her okay. Maybe it's just me that I can't hear.
Oh,
Jesus, okay. I don't know. I got my phone all the way up. But anyway, they say they can hear you. So how are you stepping into 2023? What are you not taking?
I am not taking criticism of myself. I am my own worst critic.
I hear you.
And can you hear me now?
No.
What?
I can barely hear you, but go ahead, because they said they can. So as long as they can hear you.
I said I'm going to try my hardest not to be my own worst critic. I have a tendency of being super critical of myself and just being super hard on myself
Somebody
about
put what she's
everything.
saying in the comments because I can't hear. Oh, I hate that.
So that's what I'm not taking.
Y'all can hear her. So while she's talking, tell me what she put in the comments, what she's saying, because I can barely hear. Because I want to reiterate what she's saying. I don't know why I can't hear.
What? So they can hear me and you can't. Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, they say they can hear you. But what did you say now? You said you were not taking what into 2022?
Self-criticism. Self-criticism.
Self-criticism?
Yes, ma'am.
So you're not going to be hard on yourself in 2023?
2023. Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Because
Is that the only thing you're not taking? Oh, wait, go ahead.
I think that I just get so wrapped up in just trying to be everything. And sometimes, you be doing too much. So you have to sit back and take a look at that. And, we are most of the time our own worst critics anyway. So you just have to learn not to be so hard on yourself. And that's just what you got to do.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But that's.
So is there anything from 2022 that you are taking into 2023?
Yes, definitely. I'm on a spiritual path at the moment. Well, not at the moment.
Spiritual?
So I'm so enjoying getting closer to the Lord and my meditation and in my studies. Just getting closer to the Lord, getting closer in my marriage with my husband. He's a minister now. So I'm just loving this spiritual path that I'm on. And also, like I told you, I'm going to get this knee replaced because I got to have my mobility. But, just continue to focus on my health and spiritual journey, and just just getting closer, where I need where I want to be. And I tell God every day, I said, just send me, whatever it is you need me to do, just send me. And that's pretty good. So
I am so proud, y'all. This is my niece. This is my brother's daughter, one of my oldest nieces, and I am so proud of her and her growth and her maturity. We had some family line things that we discussed within our family lines and stuff that we had to break off of us.
We did.
Powwows and some conversations we had to talk about dealing with what you're feeling from the inside out. But I am so proud of you. I'm happy for you. I'm very proud about your walk with God, and to hear you speak on the things of God and how much He means in your life, because without God, nothing is possible.
Yes, ma'am.
So
and
without Him, we are nothing. So I am very proud of you. I love you, and I am excited that we're going into 2023. And you got a birthday next Thursday. No, next Friday.
Friday. Yes, I'll be 40.
Friday. You're gonna be getting on up there.
That's right, 40.
You ain't hitting 50 yet, but you're getting on up there.
Not yet, but this past. Let me just say that. Let me just put this out there, because I was really depressed over the summer. So, and I just want everybody to know, anybody that's listening, that no matter how dark it gets into your life, it will get better.
Jesus, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can keep talking, Lane.
Keep praying about it until it changes. I was in a very dark place where I just wanted out of here pretty much. But as I got into further in my relationship with the Lord, it changes you. But no matter how dark your situation gets, the Lord will bring you through it. He will bring you through it. It may not be right then, it may not be next week, but give yourself a chance. Give yourself a chance to get through it. Do not give up, no matter how bad it looked. Because over this summer, when I tell you I was just in a bad spot. And I even went to grief counseling, and I went to individual counseling. No matter how bad it gets for you, just know that it will get better. Prayer changes things, and you keep praying until things change. And the Lord will see you. And and that will
Yes.
take
Thank you.
you to a better place with the Lord. And
Yeah.
that's just something.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Like I said, it's a delay. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on. I hope you keep listening. I'm getting ready to bring Miss Nick on now. So stay
Okay.
tuned, niece. Thank you for coming on.
I will. Thank you so much. I love you guys.
All right. Love you.
All right.
Love you. All right, Nick, where you at? Let me find you, girl. I got to go back through. Hold on. Oh, Jesus. I got to go back. Y'all on here tonight. Nicole Ben, I saw you pop on. Are you coming on tonight? I want to hear. All right, Nick, there you go. I'm sending you invite, Nick. Nicole Moon, let me know if you're coming on.
Hey, Paula.
Hola, hola, hola. How are you?
I'm good. I'm just not leaving the theme park, so let me pull over.
Yeah, we don't want you having no wreck now.
Right.
I'm trying to see who all on here, y'all. I can't see all these names. Hey, Kim, y'all gonna have to send me, once I end with one person, if you want to come on, send me the request to come on, because I have to go back and I can't see everybody, and I want everybody to get a chance who wants to come on. So once we end up with Nick, let me know who wants to come on, and you just send me the request and I'll start bringing you on. So Nick, how are you entering? Have you parked yet?
I'm parking right now as we speak. I'm parking at a gas station.
Somebody says,
because this is like my celebrational month, because this is 18 years. Got it. Courtney getting ready to pump gas, my youngest. I celebrate being in remission, 18 years, lung cancer. So this is when, matter of fact, you caught me. You caught us. We do something different every year since 2005. So Courtney is kind of like brought into it after the fact. Kelly was always the one that kind of celebrated. Now we have his brother. So we just left the theme park. My hair all over the place, as you can see. We just had a good time.
That's all right. You can be everywhere you want to be. That's awesome celebration. Congratulations.
Yeah, I've been in remission 18 years to the date. They took my lung in 2004, and it's crazy because I turned down a donor. I've been turning down donors for.
In and out.
I turned. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I turned down 4 donors in my life. 4 donors for a lung. So 18 years, I've been good. Hey, Tasha.
Wow, praise God.
Yeah, I'm good.
God is
good. I'm so good. I'm blessed. I feel good. I came to Coco for a night out with my best friend Tina, because she invited me out. And she was like, hey, friend, let's go out. Let's have a good time for Thanksgiving. And I did. And so when it was like maybe a couple of days later after that, I ended up with the flu. And then I ended up with COVID. And then I ended up with RSV. All of those factors could have took me out of here because, I don't have but the one lung. Yeah, so it was crazy. Woo. I said, ain't nothing but God. I'm here. I still have the
that's right. It's like, woo, praise be
right.
different.
And I'm walking around with bottles. I'm walking around with bottles of water because I'm trying to stay hydrated because of all the medications and stuff.
Yeah.
But for me, 2022 was a year of trying to forgive. Trying to forgive. Yeah. You got it? You paid for it? Okay. Trying to forgive and, like they say, let go and let God. Just trying to forgive. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Because like you said, there's seasons in this thing, and everybody's not going to be in those relationships in which we thought we would be in. Because things are just not what they appear to be. It's not serving you any purpose. You keep trying, you're still getting the same results. So I just let go. I'm like, hey, I'm forgiving this, because if I don't forgive, and then I need to forget it. That was hard for me. Forgiving and forgetting.
Yeah.
That was it. Forgiving and forgetting.
Woo.
So for now, for me going into 2023, I think for me, I just want to breathe. I just want to breathe. I want to slow it down, and I just want to breathe.
That's beautiful.
I don't want life to
beautiful.
be so fast and furious, because things go so fast, and we're moving so quickly, and we're forgetting to do things for ourselves. So self-care is a lot of what we forget in this moving so fast. So it used to be that, oh yeah, she get dressed, oh yeah, she, she do the 1-2, yeah, she stay fly. But then I forget the self-care, and my self-care sometime would be just meditating, giving myself time to go into a room and think and be able to revamp, refresh, I need to focus. So that's what my 2023 is. Although, I do like to get dressed. I do like my 1-2s, but I am going to remember to go and breathe. Take the time.
Yeah. And
refresh,
I think a lot of times we're going through life, and if we're not thinking about it, not literally now, but if we don't think about it, we're actually going through a life holding our breath.
Absolutely.
And we don't realize we're holding our breath.
Yes.
And we're forgetting to breathe.
You're
because
forgetting
so
to
much
breathe.
is coming at us. And taking our wind, and you're holding your breath. Not literally, because if you hold your breath, you're going, but literally we're forgetting to exhale. We're forgetting to breathe. So I'm so glad for you to say that, because I didn't even think.
I'm not a superwoman. Like, my boys told me today. Yeah, my boys told me today, Mom, you are a hero, but you don't have to wear the S on your chest. You good. So that just made me I'm like, thank y'all. Because I've been carrying this forever. I've been trying to be everything to y'all, and I forget myself. So, like, when I hit the roller coaster today, I just kind of like let go. They was like, you do not have to be a superwoman, Mom. You are Mom. You're doing your job. Yeah. And so I can appreciate that. So there are things that I can breathe now, because I want to be good. I want to be good to the person that I have in my life that I truly love. I love him dearly. Yeah. And I want to be a good wife to him one day. I'm not going to be the wife that I was to the other persons that I was, that I had relationships with. Yeah, I'm not going to be that wife to him. I'm going to be more understanding. I'm going to be able to let my hair down. I'm going to be able to be me, because he's allowing that. But these are the things I missed. So that's why I say I'm going into 2023 breathing, giving myself time, giving myself the, to revamp, refresh, renew, and not be afraid, to be me. Yes. Yeah, to be me.
And that's what it's all about. Unapologetic.
Unapologetic.
It's like a lot of times
that's the shirt. I need the shirt.
Look, it's coming.
Please.
And it's just we make these changes because things are no longer serving us.
I need the shirt. I need it. I need that shirt. Unapologetically. That would be me. That would be me wholeheartedly.
I got it for you.
Yeah. And I know God is real. I know God is real. He's here. He's everywhere. I take him everywhere I go. No, I'm not the perfect person. I would never tell anybody, no, I don't read my Bible every day. No, I don't go to church every Sunday. But the temple that I carry, and I know he's with me, because I wouldn't be here talking to y'all.
As long as he's in your heart.
I wouldn't be here. So
if it wasn't for him.
Absolutely. And thank you so much for the platform.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on.
You are amazing.
Congratulate. We celebrate with you for being 18 years cancer free.
18 years, girl.
We are celebrating with you and praising God with you. And I'm glad that you're going into 2023 breathing.
I
love it. Thank you for
coming
on. I hope you stay on.
Me and Court, we breathe.
Yes.
We done had a ball. We ready to go turn it in now. We done turned up all day. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Be blessed.
Thank you for sharing.
Absolutely.
Stay on. We're going to have some more people coming on.
Okay.
Love you.
Absolutely. Love you too.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, who else we got coming on? Uh-oh. Nick, hold on. Let me see. How you take them off? So who else we got coming on? Thank you, Nick, for that. Praise God for her being cancer-free for 18 years. I needed to hear that because I'm just on year 1. And I know she knows about that fear that I was talking about. And one of the things I said earlier, I am not taking fear into 2023. I'm not doing it. So thank you for sharing that, Nick. I love it. I love it. Who wants to come on next? Send me a request to come on. I got Yanita, Felicia, Rashida talking about no. Nicole, Livia, Natasha. Come on, y'all. Let me know who's coming on. Nita, you want to come on? Let me see if I can send this request. Yanita, you're up, honey. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Yanita, girl, you up. Don't y'all be running from the camera. Felicia, get ready. Livia, get ready. I don't want to bring nobody on if they don't want to. Rashida.
On my side.
There you go. Jana, get ready to come on, baby. How you doing, Miss Cookie?
Huh?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Great.
Good. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
You're welcome. Well, my
Thank
thing
you. So what
is,
are you, how are you stepping into 2023?
being happy.
Being you? Ooh,
Being me. Being happy.
that's big.
And stop trying to please everybody. And I got to learn how to think about, put myself first.
I can't hear. Like,
Can
everybody keep going in and out. Is it my phone? Like, everybody's going in and out. And I don't know if it's my phone or what.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Kiana, you coming on too?
I was saying I got to start put myself first, because I always put everybody else besides me. That's my main concern. Yeah. And I got to learn how to say no.
Wow. With no, so sorry, not sorry.
Right.
Yes. And no is a form of self-care.
Yes.
Wow. Wow. So that's what you're not taking into when you say you're stepping into 2023, you stepping into 2023 being Yanita.
Being Yanita. Being happy.
No
making myself happy.
Apologies.
Correct.
Is there anything you're taking from 2022 into the new year with you that you learned and picked up?
Like being more spiritual with the Lord, because I know He's there for me. Yes.
I think a lot.
Yes. I think a
lot of people grew.
Yes, I don't have some ups and downs, but
like
I know I put the Lord. He's gonna always be there when nobody else is gonna be there.
Woo. Yeah, He shows up for us, don't He?
Yes. That's all I have, Paula, and I just love listening to you all the time, and I love you.
I love you too. Thank you for coming on, and I'm glad you're stepping into 2023 being all you need.
Correct.
Thank you. Love you.
Love you too.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
How you end it?
It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna end it right here. There we go. That's beautiful. I'm glad. I think a lot of us grew spiritually in 2022, especially after all of that COVID and everything. I think a lot of us, when we saw how easy life can be taken away, just people are here 1 minute and gone the next. Like here 1 minute and gone the next. Like you don't even have to show signs of sickness or anything. You could be here 1 minute and gone the next. And I think a lot of people have grew closer to God in 2022 because we realized we need God. There are some things we go through in life where we reach for people and they can't help us. We reach for pastors, they can't help us. We reach for our spouses, they can't help us. Our kids, they can't help us. Our boyfriends, girlfriends, they can't help us. Mamas and daddies, they can't help us. And we have to lean and depend on God. So You know, I know even for my own journey, going through cancer, I had to really learn how to truly trust God. I Everything I've gone through in my life, I've been able to fix. I've been able to put my hands on and correct it and fix it and break it down, break it, all of that. But I wasn't able to do nothing with this, and neither was anybody else. So I learned a lot about God, a lot about God. So I'm thankful for that. Who wants to come on next? Who else is on it? Where is Livia? Livia, you still on here? I'm gonna see if I can bring her on. I'm trying to see. All right, Livia, you up, honey? Y'all on here running from the camera. No, y'all beautiful. Stop running from the camera. Y'all know if I'm on here, anybody can be on here. We're waiting for Miss Livia. We're going to give her a few minutes to come on. And if she's not active, we'll just go to somebody else and come back to her. I appreciate y'all for sharing tonight, being on and sharing. Okay, she might not be on right now. Let me see who else is on. Felicia, you're not coming on? Let me see. Kara, I'm just going down the list. I'm sending out, yes, needs faith. Total trust and faith. Total. Uh-oh. Okay. Just let me, all you got to do is decline it if you don't want to come on. My feelings not hurt. I understand. Everybody not, some people. Kira said, no, ma'am. Oh, come on, y'all. Well, type in the comments how you stepping into 2023, because I want to know, and then I want to be able to hold y'all accountable too. Y'all said certain things. Oh, there she go. What?
I came on. How
I
about
got
that?
on here, y'all, looking like Mother Price. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I just want to say what I'm taking.
How
Can
are you?
y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to
Yes.
say what I'm taking into 2023. And I heard this earlier when you started talking, free in 2023, free of guilt, just removing layers. Like everybody has said, self-care, putting me first. I'm just as important
Yes.
as everybody else. And the guilt
Yes.
of saying no. I'm entitled to say no, and not have guilt about it. I'm just as important as everybody else. And no is no.
Yes.
I can't do it.
I
I
love it.
can't be superwoman for
I love it.
everybody. It's
I love
killing me.
it.
So I have to put myself as a priority.
Yes.
And that's what I'm taking
Yes.
into 2023. And that's all
Love
I
it.
have.
I love it.
I just have to
And
love me more and make sure that I'm at the top of everything. And make
I
time
love
for
it.
me.
You know me,
Even though I'm
and
limited, but I got to make time for me.
yeah, and you know me, you go way back. So to hear you say that, like this is like icing on the cake. Yes, ma'am, we here for it.
Yes. So
We
that's
here for
what
it.
I have to do.
Is there anything you're taking from 2022 into 2023?
Is look at the red
Uh-oh.
flags, you know, like
Girl,
my Angelou says, when people show you who they are, believe them. You don't have to
you know
keep
I got
giving them
me and Maya.
You don't have to keep giving
Yes.
them chances to show you that you really don't matter, because your actions speak
Yeah,
louder than words. So those red
that's right.
flags, and I'm asking God to give me more of a discerning spirit in 2023. And that's what I have.
Amen. 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 I love it. Well, thank you for coming on. I'm proud of you for coming on camera, girl. And make sure you kiss Mother Price for me. Thank you, honey. I love it. I think 2023 finna be all about being free. We're gonna be free in 2023. That's it. I'm gonna put that on a shirt. We're gonna be free in 2023. Who coming on? Who am I bringing on next? Is my daughter still on here? I'm bringing my daughter on next. See if she gonna come on. And if y'all don't want to come, just let me know. Just decline it, and I'll move on to the next person. I know everybody's not into that camera. Neither was I, but hey, let me see if my daughter coming on. My baby girl, y'all.
Hi, mommy.
Is she coming? Hey, I can't see you.
I'm doing my hair.
I can't see you. We need to be able to see.
Okay. I'm gonna pop my phone up.
Like your cousin came on here with the she almost came on here with a bonnet.
I'm just doing my
No,
hair
we're gonna
right
be
now.
free in 2023.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what I'm bringing into
So how are you stepping?
how I'm stepping into 2023, my goal is to just continue my journey of self-awareness.
Okay.
I'm like,
is that what you're
working
taking into? That's how you stepping into 2023?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Continuing my journey of self-awareness, trying to work myself out of old habits.
Okay.
And the only way I can do that is by keeping my eyes wide open.
I like to hear that. I'm proud of you, baby.
Thank you, Mom.
Is there anything, any lessons or anything that you learned in 2022 that you're taking into 2023?
I mean, resilience, but you knew that one already. But resilience, just as an adult, I feel like as a kid, it's so easy to push yourself because you're fearless. But once you become an adult, you have fears. So just being resilient regardless of what I'm facing. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Wonderful. I love it. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. Thank you for coming on.
Of course. Love you.
Love you, Ma.
All right. Love you
Your
too.
favorite son-in-law said love you too.
Son-in-law, love you.
Me too.
All right. Y'all, we are moving, shaking and moving in 2023, y'all. We're going to be free in 2023. I think everybody is moving towards self-care, putting themselves first in 2023. So where did we, I think we all on the same thing, putting ourselves first. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Who else wants to come on? Kiana, you want to come on? Who else? Melissa, you just popped on. You want to come on? Who else? Sherlon, you want to come on? I'm finna start sending. Who is Reginald Bennett? I'm finna send him a request. Let me see if he's on here. Oh, okay, he's gone. Okay, let me see who else. I'm just going. Nicole Ben, are you still here? Let's see. I'm finna send people invites. Okay, she must be gone. Okay. Let me see. Natasha said she out with her husband. Kira said no, ma'am. Nicole Thomas said no. Rashida said no. Y'all being all camera shy. Let me see who else. Sherlon, you want to come on? Let me see what Sherlon is. Nope, she's not there. Okay, let me see. Who else? Kiana. Let me try Kiana. Okay. Who else? Let me see. I'm going down the list, y'all. Okay. So I guess nobody else wants to come on right now. If you want to come on, just send me a request to come on. And I appreciate you all for tuning in and sharing how you're going into 2023. And I think we all deserve, like everybody's saying, put ourselves first, unapologetic, like unapologetic. I have a shirt that says sorry, not sorry. No, I'm not sorry for putting myself first. And no is saying no is a form of self-care. You know that it really damages our own stuff when we say yes to something that we really wanted to say no to. That does something to us, not the person that we're saying yes to because they get what they want. So as we step into this era of 2023, being free in 2023, don't do it with an attitude. Don't do it with a one of these. Don't do it with that. Just do it with confidence. Do it with assurity. and do it with the intent on bettering yourself, because you don't owe anybody any explanations. And if you want to give an explanation, you can give an explanation to those you feel like you want to give one, or you feel like they deserve an explanation. It's up. That's it. If you want to stop doing something, stop. If you want to change something, change it. If you want to go, go. If you want to travel, travel. And that's it. That's it. Do something that you haven't done before. You know, get out those lists of things that we want to do and the places we want to go. Some of us need to change our circles in 2023. Some of us are just loyal, and we're loyal to a fault. We're loyal to people who are not loyal to us. So you need to revisit that and see why it is you're still hanging on to that. Let it go. Let it go. If it's not serving you, then let it go. Let it go. Leaving it all in 2022 does not mean you forget what you've been through or that you're throwing anything away. It simply means that you're choosing you, that you've chosen to transform yourself by integrating your past experiences, your present experiences, and the desire for the future that you want. A lot of things I did, and a lot of thought patterns, thinking in my mind that I had in hold on y'all, that I had in 2022, I'm not taking into 2023. I'm just not. And that's an inner thing. That's a Paula thing. I don't have to advertise it and all that, but it's just certain things that I know within myself I'm not taking into 2023 because it's just not healthy. Hey, Pastor Shay, you want to come on? I'm going to bring you on because I want to hear how you stepping into 2023, beautiful. Let me know if you want to come on. Just say yes, and I'll bring you on. But a lot of things I know for a fact that I'm not taking into 2023. I'm not. I refuse. So I'm going to do what I have to do to cast down the vain imagination of every high thing that exalts itself against my knowledge of Christ and against what I want to do. I have to do this because it does not benefit me. Fear is just turmoil, and I'm not taking that into 2023. I'm not taking some perceptions I had. Oh my God, Lord. I had some perceptions about certain things that I realize now that it was just wrong. And I'm 54, I'll be 55 in February. And so I got 54 years of a way of thinking that I have integrated into my way of thinking, my belief system, and it's wrong. And you understand how hard it is sometimes to change your perspective, your perceptions. It is hard. I'm speaking from experience. Pastor Shay, I'm going to bring you on. Let me know if you want to come on. I appreciate y'all for coming on and sharing how y'all stepping into 2023. This is good. And I think we're all aimed at the same thing. Self-care, putting ourselves first. All of that. That's beautiful. And I love that. Coming from the back to the front. Being unapologetic. Hey, Glenda Cooper, how are you? You want to come on and share how you stepping into 2023? Nakima Roberts, do you want to come on and share how you going into 2023? Let me know so I can bring you on. I'm just going down the list because we want to hear. I think we are all connected in a certain way because we're all saying the same thing. How we're stepping into 2023. I'll come back to you, Pastor Shay. Okay, no, she didn't want to come. Nakima, let's see if she wants to come. No, okay. Oh, there she is. I'm not sure who this is. Let me see. Who's coming on?
Ain't that me?
Your camera's on. Is your camera on? I can't see you.
It's me. You can't see me? Paula?
No, I can't. I can't see you. I can't see you.
I don't know what happened.
Make sure your camera's turned around.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I just touched it, but
Uh-huh.
I am going in 2023, honey. I am unapologetic for where I'm going and what I'm about to do and what God is about to do in me. I am no longer sitting back and waiting around and wondering about what this one thinks of me and what this one thinks of me. And no, baby, I'm not about to do that. I know what God says I am. I know who God says. I know whose I am. So you're gonna see me in a different light in 2023. I really have been talking with the Lord, and I am not going to go in, like you said, with the same stuff that I did, worried about other people. You know, I have to say I was not a people pleaser, but afraid of people's opinion. No longer shall I be afraid of people's opinion. Oh, is that the camera?
I'm proud of you for that.
Yeah.
I can't see you. It just says that you're joining. We can hear you though. We can hear you.
Can you see me? You can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. We just can't see you.
Yeah, that's okay. So yeah, sweetie, I'm not going to be going in like that because we only have one life to live. And as long as we know that what we're doing is pleasing God, we don't have to please anybody else. And that's how I'm going into 2023. I'm going to live my best life unto the Lord, the best that I know how to do it. And I'm going to keep it moving.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen. Is there anything from 2022 that you're going to take into 2023?
Mm-hmm. Yes, we're too churchy. I'm sorry. I have to really say it, we just get to be too much. And I'm done. It's time to be transparent. It's time to be real. Not doing things out of, doing things in decent and in order. So yeah, honey, I'm just gonna be just doing me, doing the best I can. And not worried about other people's opinion. So
Amen. Amen.
Yes.
I am happy for you because like we said earlier, we're going to be free in 2023. Free in all aspects of the word, everywhere. Free from bondage, free from people pleasing, free from trauma, free from all of the negative thinking, everything that's holding us back. We're going to be free. And with what we're going to do in 2023.
Absolutely.
Period.
I agree,
Thank
darling.
you for sharing.
Yes, you be blessed. I love you.
Bye-bye. Love you too. Thank you for coming on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Jeff, classmate, do you want to come on and share? Let me see if I can bring Jeff on. We want to hear see what a man is taking, how a man is stepping into 2023. No, he don't want to come on. I see Angela Williams. Let me see if I can bring her on. I'm just sending them out. Y'all know they don't want to come on. Jean Davis just popped on. You want to come on? Let us know how you're stepping into 2023. Let me know, because we would love to hear. This has been great. A lot of us are having the same. We're making the same statement of how we're going into 2023, and I love it that we as women, all of us are saying that we're going to be ourselves. We're not going to people please. We're going to be unapologetically who God has called us to be, and we're going to walk in our freedom. We're not taking fear. We're not taking excuses. We're not taking bad decisions. We're not taking regret. None of that. We're not taking that in 2023. That stuff does not serve us. It does not help us going forward. So I am so thankful that you all are tuned in tonight and that you were okay with coming on and sharing, because people need to hear what people have dealt with in the past, what they're not bringing forward, what other people are doing. We're not talking about resolutions. We're not doing that. We just gonna make some changes. Those resolutions is what we make every year, and we do all this stuff, and we don't know. We're gonna make some changes. We just gonna put our foot down, and we just gonna do it. We're just gonna do it. Jean Davis, do you want to come on? I'm just gonna send some more requests out. Let me see. I'm just gonna send some requests. Okay. So, again, I appreciate you all for tuning in tonight and sharing how you're stepping into 2023. I want you to mark your calendars for next Friday night, January the 6th. I am having a PCMinistries virtual Write the Vision and Make It Plain virtual vision board pajama party. It's going to be next Friday night at 8 p.m. So our Freedom Fridays is going to be a virtual vision board party, pajama party next Friday night from 8 to 10:30. You don't want to stay on for the 2.5 hours, that's fine, but you get your glue sticks and your magazine and your tape and your vision boards, and we're going to do our vision boards together virtually next Friday night, January the 6th at 8 o'clock. So tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. It's going to be a Zoom link that I will post during the week, and it's going to be a private Zoom page of everybody that wants to join in on that Write the Vision and Make It Plain virtual vision board pajama party next Friday night, January the 6th at 8 p.m. I hope you all are joining me. I hope you all are ready to write this vision and make it plain, especially everyone that's on here tonight, since we're talking about how we're going to step into 2023, what we're not taking, what we're bringing in. And don't worry about the things that you set out to do in 2022 that you didn't get done. We're going to add 2023 and we're going to put it at the top of the list if need be, and we're going to get it done in 2023. So we're not taking uncertainty and fear. Okay, once I post the flyer, I'm going to create the Zoom link and I'm just going to send it out to everybody for you to come on. And I'm going to see if I can create a room or like an Eventbrite thing for everybody. I'm not sure, but I'll do that. But look for this next Friday night, and it's going to be 8 to 10:30. If you don't want to stay on for the entire time, you want to just come on. We're just going to be talking about goals and laughing and talking. I got a few virtual games that we're going to do. I got a few giveaways that I'm going to do within that time frame. Because again, going into 2023 is about setting the goals. I'm not going to go into 2023 how I went into 2022. I'm going to be better. I'm gonna build on what I learned in 2022 and grow and be more who God has called me to be in 2023. I'm gonna be a better version, the best version of Paula in 2023. And I hope and pray that for all of us listening. So take that seriously. We have this night and one more night of this year. So reflect on what you did good this year, what you didn't do good this year, what happened this year, what didn't happen this year, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Go on and reflect on all of that. Get it out your system. Get it out your system, because we're going to be free in 2023. So I want to thank you all for joining PCMinistries Freedom Friday, where we deal with what you feel from the inside out. Look for the flyer for the Write the Vision and Make It Plain virtual vision board pajama party next Friday night, January the 6th at 8 p.m. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all have a beautiful watch night service tomorrow night. Those of you that go out, please be safe, be watchful. I prefer that you stayed in or go to church and come back in, but hey, to each his own. But be safe, be watchful, and just get ready to enter this new year on fire. On fire, on fire. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning in, and I will see y'all when I see you. Peace.